Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol TEUM. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here, as they're called, representing 1 day's worth of price action, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame that does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Did this analysis on Monday, so that is where the red and green line annotations are coming from. But after today's price movement, updates here need to be made. First thing I'm going to do is a little house cleaning. Go ahead and get rid of that line up there. Yes, that level pertains, just not relevant right now, and from a presentation point of view, I don't want to risk causing clutter and confusion because there's lines everywhere. So let's try to keep this as clean as possible. The first update, though, that does need to be made comes about based on a foundational rule in charting, which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. So going forward, if this bounce here that's underway continues, $1.27 is going to be that first key battleground. If the price can push up through that level, the next key mark to watch would be that purple line up there, the 50-period moving average. Keyword being moving, so as Wednesday and Thursday play out, that line is going to continue to move itself further and further downwards. So yes, right now it is valued at $1.55, but again, that is a moving average, so that value is going to change as the week plays out. However, one hurdle at a time, getting probably a little bit too far ahead of myself, as the price first needs to just break back up above that $1.27 mark right there, the red line. As far as levels of support are concerned, nothing fancy or complicated behind this at all, other than the fact of where the bleeding finally stopped today, and that was down there at $1.10. So $1.10, key level of support, again, for no other reason other than that's just where the bleeding stopped. But also not only where it stopped, but you got to give some credit where credit's due, but we're also where a nice respectable bounce here has occurred and has started to form from. So there's still a whole lot of work that needs to be done, but it's not like the price just went down there and then just started to go sideways. It went down there and actually got some upwards price movement. So keep an eye on that bounce, because it is a valid question to wonder, does this bounce, can it turn into something more? Whereas if the price was just going sideways, the question would be, well, can this even bounce? But at this point, it is already proven that it can bounce. Now the question is just, can this bounce actually build into something more? And again, quote unquote, something more begins by getting back above that $1.27 mark. So a nice late day movement here with the upwards, motion, and we'll see if the bulls can build upon this momentum or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.